everyone, and welcome to the Coon Rapids Ice Center for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. It's the season opener for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds as they host the Totino-Grace Eagles. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, Bluebirds team that won their division last year returned a lot of that team. They did get some losses, but they have a lot of good things coming back.
Well, and talking to Coach Coltis today, we talked about that. In fact, a lot of those younger players that gained all that experience, so much better coming into the season this year. And I believe they were a 14-win season last year, looking to improve on that. Lost a big part of their team and their goaltender with Bailey Shuck, but Elijah Johnson going to fill in admirably.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to lose much in that respect. On the flip side, the Totino-Grace Eagles come in, a team that was 7-14-1 last year, but a team that last year had very few seniors, and they return almost all of their scoring.
They do, and they return very little depth, unfortunately, and that's the one thing that Coach Bond and I had talked about. We're there looking at a number of players, but really the main player for them is Zastapol, and she's a player who's really good on the ice, but needs to really control and learn how to play the game a little bit. But her talent is very good, and we'll see that as it unfolds tonight.
On the other side for Champlin Park Coon Rapids, Delaney Johnson really been the standout player for this offense since she came up as a freshman, and as a junior, no reason to expect that will not be the case again this year.
Very impressive player, 10 goals, 15 assists from a year ago, and she is one of the players that's going to make this offense go. And we're going to, as this game unfolds, it'll be interesting to watch how that first line really kind of generates some chemistry together.
Well, she's not alone in the returning scores. We'll talk a lot more about what else the Bluebirds have coming back. They're going to drop the puck on the 2019-20 season next on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Back at the Crick, just about ready to get the girls' hockey season underway for Champlin Park Coon Rapids as they host Totino-Grace. Goaltenders tonight for the Totino-Grace Eagles, Jordan Vowles. One of the many seniors that has been growing with this program over the last couple of years, and hoping to be a solid backstop to start the season. On the other side, you talked about it. Bailey Shuck, an outstanding goaltender for Champlin Park Coon Rapids, but Elijah Johnson got a handful of starts last year, had at least one shutout. She has played well in the time she has had at the varsity level, and I don't think they miss a beat. Good, solid, technical goaltender. She's tall, a lot of length, good rebound control, all the things you want from your netminder.
Yeah, and the 4 goals that she played, as we take a look at head coach Scott Bond from the Totino-Grace Eagles, his first season as head coach. He did play those 4 games, a .96 goals against average. So you're right, she's a good goaltender, and that's for her to get a little experience last year in order to get this opportunity to start this year.
Cardinals able to push it into the net after the puck stuck right off the face-off, and the Bluebirds on the attack. Centering pass taken away. Going back the other way is Zastapol. Her pass just ahead of Hannah Gray on the left side. Gray with a short angle shot, and holding on to it is Johnson.
Head coach Jim Coltis. He's been really good for this program, quite obviously. Coached when the two teams, Champlin Park and Coon Rapids, merged, and he was the coach at Champlin previous to that. Really a good hockey coach, really a great guy.
Good coach, gets good things from his athletes. He coaches Maple Grove softball.
Yep.
state tournament last year, and we're going to have our first penalty of the evening. And, oh, maybe it was just offside. Okay. A couple of players got tied up. Delaney Johnson dumping it in and now giving chase and putting a little pressure on. That's Kira Laney going behind her own net. Johnson able to poke it free momentarily. Scooping it up now is Callie Elsey and bringing it out at least to the top of the zone. Johnson holds it in again for the Bluebirds. Eagles elect to retreat, working around the far side to Gabby McDonald. Pass across now into the neutral zone comes Olivia Baldwin. She'll just dump it in, and the Eagles get a line change. Puck played back out to center, waiting for the zone to clear as Zastapol. Back into her own end now for Alicia Smuck. Smuck's pass deflected and now played in deep by the Bluebirds.
Well, the Eagles coming in here, really the less experienced squad, even though they do have some returning players. They know they just want to stay in this game. They want to keep this score close and give themselves a chance to pull out a victory.
Jaden Herr back into the corner for Brooke Del Castillo. Taken away from her and played along by Blaska. Tied up at the near side blue line and played back in deep. Good poke check there by Kylie Scott, but recovered by Smuck, and she'll get across the red line, trying to dump it in right off of the shin pad of Hannah Gray. Stays at center and now played in deep to the Eagles zone. Kept in at the near side by Peterson, played toward the net, bouncing puck, settled, and Zastapol to center, and she'll dump it in on the backhand, get a line change. Great pressure by Gabby McDonald, won the race, got to the puck. Had it taken back away and played out to center, but she'll recover it again back in the Eagles zone, and McDonald turns and skates up ice. Right through the line change, puck pokes free, would be offsides. Peterson, a little bit of time, and now the puck poked away. Recovered there by Abby Ness into the zone, played off her stick, and back out to center by Shu all the way down, and that will be an icing just ahead of Sarah McClellan.
Well, we talked about the depth on this Eagle team, and really they have 18 skaters in the program. Now, unfortunately, not a JV team for them, but they really, for the majority of this game, are going to skate two lines, so certainly conditioning is going to be very important as this game continues on, and we'll see by the third period if they have some heavy legs at that point.
Well, and early in the season, it's always a concern. Yep. Delaney Johnson plays it off the side of the net in the corner. Ness able to take it away, trying to play it back out. It got away from Vowles. Recovered by Delaney Johnson. Up the boards, tried to scissor pass with Scott.
Call penalty. Oh.
Yeah, they're calling a hold on Delaney Johnson. I thought she was the one taken down, but apparently felt like she reached out and grabbed hold. I was confused when the whistle blew, because I thought if there was a penalty, it would be against Totino-Grace, but not the way they saw it.
I thought the same. So an opportunity for the Bluebirds to see what their power play kill unit.
Oh, I see. As she reached over with the elbow, tried to grab hold of her stick. Good call by our official.
Of course,
Delaney Johnson is the first one into the score sheet for the Bluebirds this season. Not the way she wanted it necessarily, but she's first on the score sheet anyway.
Well, and then Coach Bantu obviously gets an opportunity to see what his power play unit is like here early in the season.
Gabby McDonald trying to down the left wing, knocked away by Kylie Scott, and cleared along by Grace Hanula. Hanula gives chase. Turning away is Laney, and Laney now to the near side board. Good pressure right there by Holly Johnson. Hanula and Johnson doing a nice job. Shorthanded, great shorthanded pressure. Just keeping the speed hand pass is what draws the whistle, but keeping the speed and keeping the Eagles bottled up in their own zone, that was a great shift as a penalty kill unit.
Yeah, just 50 seconds left in this penalty, and again, not allowing the Eagles to get any opportunities down in the Bluebirds' end, and that's the mark of a good penalty kill unit.
You don't even have to touch the puck necessarily, as long as you just keep them retracing their steps back into their own neutral zone. Good step up there, and that's going to draw a penalty the other way, as Kylie Scott anticipated, took the pass and then took the hit from Callie Else that will put Else in the box for a couple of minutes.
So there'll be 4-on-4 for 34 seconds, and then the Bluebirds will go on their first power play of the game. So you see it there as Scott taken to the ice.
Kylie, just a freshman.
Yeah, a lot of young players as well on this Bluebird squad.
Ness in close, she scores. I'm sorry, it was Bezcalo that poked it home. Ness that got it free. And the Bluebirds on the board, 4-on-4.
Vowell that time just got the initial save, but couldn't control the rebound, and Bezcalo's going to poke it back into the net. Again, the first shot she saved, but watch the puck come out in front right to Bezcalo. She's going to make it count. And the Bluebirds draw first blood. Still 4-on-4 hockey for another 20 seconds.
And then it will be Bluebirds' first power play of the season. Pass goes off the skate of Molly Terabeza back into the zone. Regrouping again are the Eagles, and skating out to center is Laney. Laney gets the blue line, plays it in deep. Peterson, first one there for the Bluebirds. Shuffles it along. Terabeza couldn't handle, taken away by Baldwin at the top of the zone. Knocked off her stick and taken away by Delaney Johnson, and now that power play for the Bluebirds. Johnson around behind. Gets around Shue. Gets help from Bezcalo. Bezcalo to Johnson. His shot that deflected and went wide. Baldwin able to get there first along the near boards. Pressured by Kylie Scott and had it taken away. Scott lost the handle back into the corner and will circle behind her own net. 45 seconds remaining on the advantage for the Bluebirds. Can't settle the bouncing puck. Played back out to center. Scott is there. Regroups to Peterson. Peterson sidesteps the sweep check and now skates back into center ice and will dump it in deep. Wallen, first one there. Played to the boards by Holly Johnson. Bezcalo comes to dig for the puck. Poked at by Johnson. Dug free out to the point. McClellan back down low for Bezcalo. Bezcalo to the front of the net, blockered away by Vowell. Centering pass, and that one went off a skate, and Vowell covers it up. Penalty is over to Else, so we're back to 5-on-5 with 9:57 to play first period.
Jordan Vowles was played every game in goal for the Eagles last season. She had a 2.82 goals against average. Had a couple of shutouts with her record of 7-15-3.
And that tells you something. If your goaltender who played every minute for you last year only had a 2.52.
8-2. 2.8.
Either way.
Either way.
Under 3.
Yes.
That's decent.
Yes.
High school hockey. A tie up out front. Player hits the deck. Penalty coming. Kyler Shack, the guilty party, headed to the box, and the Eagles right back to the power play.
There you see it again. You're going to see it out in, I believe, in front of the net. There's where the infraction was. A couple of penalties here in the first period for the Bluebirds. Test their penalty kill unit. an opportunity here for the Eagles to see if they can get their penalty kill unit working second time around.
Power play, you mean?
I'm sorry, power play. Thank you.
Gray out to the top. Laney to the left side. Zastapol back to Laney up top. Chips it to the earboard for Gray. Zastapol in the left circle, down low. Back to Zastapol. Steps in. That shot deflected. Back door. And sliding across to make the save was Elia Johnson. And that one, there was a gaping net for Gabby McDonald, but she couldn't get the stick on it.
Oh, did it hit the post?
No.
Okay,
this one's just bouncing.
Oh,
it did hit the post.
Yeah, it hit the post and came right back to Elia Johnson.
So technically not a shot.
No. Huh. Yeah, I thought it hit the post.
You're very astute.
Oh, yeah, something.
Laney's pass along for Gabby McDonald into the zone. Lost the handle a little bit. Had it taken away. And played at least close to back to center. And now it's played all the way down by Delaney Johnson.
Oh, almost a great opportunity for the Bluebirds.
Bezcalo again.
Yep.
Just getting in there, creating pressure
Yep.
when no pressure is expected. I really like how aggressive they've been on their early penalty kills, just making it difficult for Totino-Grace to get out of their own end. Up top, the shot misses wide for Gray out front, and right into the breadbasket of Johnson.
There you see 20 seconds remaining on the power play for the Eagles. One shot on goal.
McClellan plays it off the glass, but not out. Tipped out by her. Regrouping back at their own line are the Eagles. Played it, or tried to play in deep by Elsie, and then ended up offside. 4 seconds left on the penalty to Shaq. Gray chips it in, chipped back up the boards and out to center by McClellan. Turning the other way is Jaden Herr out to the far side, and a goal for Molly Terabeza.
Wow, that was pretty. What a beautiful pass to Terabeza to set that up. I mean, that was just a thing of beauty. She's able to feed her on the wing, and she's able to put it in the back of the net for a 2-0 lead for CPCR. But look at it again. Look at this pass.
A little sauce from her.
Yeah, that was nice. That was pretty. Right on her stick. She beats Vowels.
And a 2-0 lead for the Bluebirds. Just over midway through this opening period. Herr tips it out to center. Terabeza racing after it, going right toward the netminder, and Vowell's just going to jump on top of it, not take a chance. She had her defender shoe coming toward her, but Terabeza was hot on her heels.
Yeah, she did. Again, she just surely doesn't want to fall behind anymore at this point, but able to cover up and force that face off to her right.
Bluebirds send it in deep. Ness tried to get it out front, but didn't get the angle. Cutting back with it now for the Eagles is Laney. Pressured, gets it ahead to Baldwin. Baldwin squeezed off at center ice by Bezcalo, but gets it into the zone. Stepping in is Laney. She's tripped up, no call. Going back the other way, Delaney Johnson. Johnson will snap the shot. Saved by Vowles. Johnson on the wraparound attempt, another save by Vowles.
Again, Vowles, not getting the rebound, giving that rebound. Unfortunately, again, that there wasn't a Bluebird there at the doorstep.
Just great puck possession. Ness centering, but Johnson couldn't get a stick on it. Bezcalo recovers, tried to play it in deep, and now it gets through to Ness. Ness will circle from the faceoff dot. His shot, big rebound out into the slot, swatted at but not out. The shot from the point. Turn to the corner. Bolander can't keep it in this time. The Eagles finally able to ice it and get themselves a breather.
Yeah, they just needed to ice it. Even though the ISO will bring it back into their end, they just needed to get a stop in the action because the Bluebirds were applying some pressure.
Out of the corner, the Eagles able to clear it out to center. Peterson plays it right back in. Recovering his Wallet. Back up to the near board, and again, Bluebirds come and attack and make it difficult for Totino-Grace to get anything going on the back end. Good pressure that time by Erica Tyson in deep. Cross ice pass to Zastapol. Zastapol plays it in deep, gets it. Tied up there by Elena Hedlund. Out front, a shot that just glanced off the side of the cage. Hedlund able to clear it the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Chasing it down is Alicia Smuck, and she will come right back out towards center ice. Move it along for Gabby McDonald into the zone. She's slowed, plays it in behind the net, out of the reach of Bolander. Tie up on the far side, poked at, prodded at. A tie up, kicked at by Baldwin. She recovers with her stick now. Skates to the top of the circle, more pressure comes, coughs it up along the near board, and Grace Anula able to play it out to center all the way down. That'll be icing, and a face-off back in the Bluebird zone.
Bluebirds out shooting the Eagles 8-2 so far in this period. Again, this shot just looked like it hit a defender and then hit off the corner of the post to go wide.
Quick chance off the face-off, a rebound that was sitting there, but Johnson able to poke it away. Recovered on the far board by Laney, tried to play it out front. Bluebirds able to recover, rushing to center is Brooke Del Castillo. Steps around a defender, has a friend out front, tries to get it out there, but it was broken up. She had Jaden Herr crash into the net. The shot from the mid-board taken into the gut by Vowles, and she'll hold for the faceoff with a little less than 4 minutes to play.
Now you can see the speed of Del Castillo in that she's able to go past the defender to try and set something up offensively.
Del Castillo down low for Tara Beza, tried to get it out front. Herr was tied up. Zastapol going back the other way for TG. Into the zone. Forced around behind. Takes the stick with her on the stick check. Plays it back out to the point. Near side is Hannah Gray. She'll walk to the top of the circle. Back to Zastapol near the faceoff dot. Centering pass broken up by Johnson herself. Shot from the point, hit a skate. Still loose, and now recovered by McClellan. Moves it along for Herr. Herr can't get it any further up the boards. Recovered by Gray. Chopped off her stick by McClellan. Gray recovers. Back into the corner. Scooping it along is Del Castillo, and the Bluebirds able to force it out to center. Amaya Davis. Shot, glove save. Elia Johnson.
So about 2:51 remaining in this first period. Coon Rapids Champlain Park up 2-0. They really have controlled this first period for the most part. The Eagles have had a couple of opportunities.
Johnson wins on the draw. Peterson tied up, but Johnson comes back and picks it up herself. Long pass, too far in front of Bezcalo all the way down, and that'll be icing.
Yeah, good thought. You've got a speedy skater on the far wing, and Johnson trying to feed it to her.
Peterson plays it around for Bezcalo waiting on the far boards. She's pestered. Gets it to the line, but not out. Delaney Johnson able to pry it free and lead a 2-on-1 back the other way. Johnson to Ness out front, pass was behind her, and she couldn't wrangle it in.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because they had a great opportunity there.
Elsie drops it back for Baldwin, sidesteps some pressure, and then had it poked free by Delaney Johnson. Cross-ice pass broken up by Bezcalo, played out to center by Kylie Scott. Puck still loose. Cardinals overlapping with pressure. Taken away by Gabby McDonald. She'll play it in deep and go to get a line change. Abby Peterson behind her own net. Will leave it in the corner for Delaney Johnson. Johnson trying to move it ahead for Ness, and came to her right off the stick of an Eagle player. And Ness doesn't care how it gets there. She'll take advantage, and she's taken into the boards along the end wall to force the turnover back to the Eagles. Keeping it in at the blue line momentarily was McClellan, and now forced back into the Coon Rapids end. Hedlund will retreat and play it back around. Shackle tied up over there along the boards. Poked free, and here comes Holly Johnson to center, trying to get it back to Shack. And now Zastapel into the Champlain Park Coon Rapids end, trying to center, went off the side of the cage. The shot from the point hit traffic, went wide. We're under a minute remaining in this opening period. Sweeping it out to center and down is Erica Tyson. Giving chase is Shack, and they play it around. Back out to center, Peterson plays it back in deep. Bluebirds will complete the line change. Long pass trying to take advantage. And into the zone comes Mary Blaska. Her pass disrupted, poked free. And here comes Molly Terabeza back the other way. She's got Del Castillo with her. Got it across. Del Castillo, the goal. And it is 3-0 here late in the first period.
Yeah, she was able to hold it on her stick long enough to get Vowles to commit. And once Vowles committed, then that was an opportunity for her to put the puck in the back of the net, and she certainly did. That was a pretty move. You'll see it again, just a nice job, 2-on-1. Nice feed, and she got Vowles to commit one way, able to put it far corner.
Terabeza carries into the zone. She'll play it off the side of the net. Waning seconds. Backhand played in, and another one. And finally covered up by Vowles. Couple more chances in the last seconds of this opening period. It's been a good one for the home team.
It has been a good one. 12 shots on goal so far for the Bluebirds, and that's a nice period of work.
And they will take that as they head to the locker room, outshooting their opponents 12-3 in the first period of the season. They go to the locker room up 3-0. We'll hear from head coach Jim Coltis right after this.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Back at Coon Rapids Ice Arena, the Chample Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds up 3-0 after the opening period. We're joined now by head coach Jim Coltis. And Coach, a lot of nice things in the opening period of the season.
Yeah, we were pretty excited about it. You know, it was nice to see us. We ended up picking up a couple 2-on-1s there, and the kids ended up moving the puck to each other like we were hoping that they'd share with, and ended up getting a couple goals.
You know, I'm looking down the keys that you and I had talked about, and just about every one you've accomplished in that first period, just really calming the nerves. And, you know, I thought they came out maybe a little bit slow at the very beginning of that period, but boy, I thought they were very smooth thereafter.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I talked to you a little bit about what we were trying to do tonight and trying to take the play to them and get some good quick line changes, get some a lot of pinching, keep the pressure on pucks to the net. And our kids are doing those things that we're asking them to do. And you're right, we did come out a little bit slow, but that's to be expected on a first night like this. Just, you know, getting everything in there. But yeah, our line changes were real smooth. I thought our lines and our forechecks and everything did a really good job out there.
Yeah, forecheck especially, I thought looked good when you were shorthanded, doing such a great job of disrupting Totino. Obviously, some things you had to see that didn't work as well as you'd like. What do you want to see get better in the second?
Well, you know, we were just talking about that as we were coming back out as the coaches. We were saying that that in the D zone, we were just kind of playing passive. All of a sudden, we're up 2-0, we're playing passive. We really want to keep taking the play to them. At the time when you're up 2-0 is when you can continue to attack and get after them. You don't have to worry about if a mistake does happen here or there. And so that's something that we definitely want to see. And our top line, I had a couple opportunities to share the puck there, and they didn't. And I think, you know, maybe just nerves. So we'll talk to them a little bit about getting that puck shared.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll take another break. We'll be back with the first period stats and highlights. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
A great opening period for the Chample Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds to start the 2019-2020 season. They put 3 in the net and in complete control at this point over Totino.
Yeah, Coach Coltis talked about, for the most part, he's pretty pleased with what went on in that first period, and I'd be surprised if there weren't some things that he wants the girls to work on. So, but yeah, you come out here and you really control that first period. You're up 3-0, which you should be, you know, when you control it like you did, and, you know, that bodes well for the program.
Well, we talk often about you have to win the games you're supposed to. You have to really dominate the games you can, and this is one of those games. It's a fortunate opener for the Bluebirds. It's a team that won their division last year, coming in against a team that was just 7-15. So you want to get a good start. You want to be fast, and they did accomplish everything they wanted to. Things not quite as crisp as they might have liked. He talked about passing. I think he'd like to see those passes a little crisper, a little sharper. The one from her to Terabeza, a little sauce was nice.
Yeah, and again, the Bluebirds doing a nice job getting 12 shots on goal, getting 3 goals in that first period, and obviously this is they were up in Grand Rapids and Evelyn, and they had pretty good scrimmages up there. This is obviously a game situation, but they were able to do what they did up there and carry it over to this first game. And again, Coach Coltis seems to be pretty happy with the first period.
Well, and the season will get tough, no question. They play Burnsville on Thursday, and their schedule is a who's who of top teams in the Metro. When you play in this conference, you're going to be tested night in and night out. So far, passing test number 1.
Yeah, they wouldn't have it any other way. Obviously, they want that level of competition, playing the Burnsvilles and the other teams that they're going to be facing that are upper echelon, and because they know they can compete with those teams. And obviously, in a game like this, you kind of get your game plan going and you move into the week.
Well, we will take a break and be back with the second period. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN.
favorite Cardinal Sports Live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Elia Johnson hasn't been tested much yet. Made the save she's had to. Her team scored 3 in the opening frame. And
oh, nice to give it a little cushion. Just faced 3 shots on goal in that first period. Talked about Elia Johnson getting Coach Colta said we're gonna get you 4 to 5 starts last year, so you have that opportunity to get some varsity experience and look to be the varsity goalkeeper the following year. And there she is between the pipes.
tie up off the opening draw. Second period underway. Ness had it slapped at there by Wallen. Played into the zone. Wallen will carry behind. Play it up the boards. Intercepted by Delaney Johnson. And swept back in behind where Wallen awaits. Wallen tied up there by Bezcalo. Able to get around the pressure. And then comes Delaney Johnson to take it away and get it back to Bezcalo back behind the net. Bezcalo back down low. Delaney Johnson out front looking for Ness. Poked away by Wallen. Recovered by Bezcalo. Puck stuck a little bit as she tried to take the shot. Poked ahead for Gray, and the Eagles able to escape their zone. Gray, short angle shot, rebound, and a save by the blocker of Elia Johnson. Kept in at the line, at least momentarily, by Shuey. And now tied up along the boards. Comes free, Gray. Chased into the corner, bumped there by Peterson. Centering pass broken up by Kennedy Bolander. Played out to center, skipped over the stick of Ness. Recovered in her own zone by Laney, who skates to center. Carol Laney into the zone for the Eagles. Bumped there by Bolander. And it taken away by Ness. And now tied up. And played behind the net. Peterson gets there first, plays it ahead. Terapeza taps it to center, and Del Castillo will get to the puck first. Low angle shot, save made by Vowles. She'll cover up, and we'll have a face-off in the TG end.
Yeah, Vowles got a little piece of it. Just came out in front of her. Del Castillo tried to poke it home again, and she covered up. We'll see it again as she's going to come in on Vowles. There's the initial save. Tried to see if she could poke it over the pad, but Vowles made sure she got another piece of it.
Del Castillo behind the net, tried to play it out center. Terapeza can't get to it. Baldwin pushes it ahead out of the zone, slowed up by McClellan. Back to Baldwin. She's played off it there by Del Castillo, keeps going, kicks it into the corner, takes down McClellan, and there's going to be a penalty. As Scott tried to poke it ahead, it's broken up by Elsie. And the Bluebirds go on the power play here early in the second period, already up 3-0.
Yeah, and a big penalty kill for the Eagles there. As you mentioned, already up 3-0, and they certainly do not want to give up another goal in this situation, shorthanded on the penalty kill. To see as she's taken into the boards.
Played back to the point. Peterson steps in, pressured there by Gray. She backs away. To Delaney Johnson on the right circle. Her attempt to the net was broken up there by Shuey. Now tied up in the corner. In to help out is Holly Johnson. Play it back to the point. Peterson, one-time attempt by Johnson. Just kind of fluttered in on net.
Yeah, she didn't get all that puck, and Vowell easily able to cover up. She's going to get the pass, and
A little knuckle puck, a little bounce before. Johnson wins the face-off. Delaney Johnson the shot. Vowels the save.
Well, Johnson able to create a little space for herself to get the shot right into the midsection of Vowels.
Not sure why the face-off came out, but no argument from Coach Coltis. Johnson, her pass broken up. She's able to recover, skate across the top of the blue lines, shoots, that's blocked. And going back the other way is Gabby McDonald, a possible shorthanded breakaway. McDonald just flips it wide to the net. And now draws a penalty as she's taken down by Peterson, and we're going to play some 4-on-4 again. Jayable Park Coon Rapids scored on their first goal was 4-on-4.
We'll see it again.
Yeah, this is a penalty that Peterson just really doesn't need to take.
No.
Just got the stick up in there.
And then just pulled
pretty
her
easy
down.
call.
Yep.
Draw played out to center. Pressuring is Tara Beza, and Tara Beza being ridden off by Laney, who gains control. Her pass ahead. Wallen will skate to center. Pressured by Del Castillo. She dumps it in deep. McClellan first one there. Plays it around the boards. Bounced right back to Wallen. Her shot misses wide behind the net. Picked up by Gray on the far boards. Gray steps around some pressure. Can't get around Hedlund. Plays it back out to the point. Wallen is shot through traffic. Missed wide into the corner. Kept in the near side blue line by Laney. Tara Beza plays it back out to center. Gray recovers for the Eagles, and then Tara Beza takes it right back. They end up in a heap near center ice. Puck comes free, poked into the Eagles zone by Del Castillo. But first one on is Wallen, and then she coughed it up. Del Castillo tried to carry to the net, and she had it poked away. Zastapel plays it to Baldwin, fresh out of the box. Power play for the Eagles. That shot blocked by Hedlund. Baldwin recovers behind the net. That shot blocked as well. This time by her. Back along the boards for Davis. Back up top for Elsie. The pass across broken up by Ness, and Abby Ness will send it all the way down.
Yeah, Ness did a nice job of getting
Great
the
hustle
stick.
by Jaden Herr. Pressuring again. Short-handed pressure is beautiful. And a good pressure right there by Ness. And slow to get up is Emily Shuey. There was contact there, but no call going to be made. It was legal. Playing the puck, angled off. Shuey's slow to get up, and she'll be okay.
Yeah, she's skating off. She looks like she's okay there. Again, we'll see.
Tried to cut back across as Ness was angling her toward the board.
Fell hard to the ice.
And that left knee.
Yeah.
Face-off win for the Eagles, but they end up having to chase it all the way back into their own end. Laney behind her own net, down to 3 seconds remaining in the power play. McDonald moves it along, shut down by Scott, and played back in deep by Tyson. Tyson plays it back to Scott at the point. Scott will play it back in and around. Eagles able to move it around to the far board. Kept in. Here's Bolander trying to send it out front, and it's covered up by Vowels.
Yeah, kind of a weak, soft little pass in there to try and get him the temp, but Vowels able to making sure she grab that puck. See, right in there, just going to cover up on it.
Bolander got kind of lucky there. That puck almost by her. Great pass out front. A save on the shot by Ness. Puck still loose, bouncing around. Collapsing is Bolander to poke at it. Finally recovered by Zastapol and taken behind the net where it's least dangerous.
Yeah, Eagles fortunate they didn't give up a goal there. Great opportunity by the Bluebirds. Just couldn't get the puck in the back of the net. Had every opportunity to get it there, just couldn't convert.
Centering pass, turning shot by Ness. Didn't get much on it. A backhand chance by Bezcalo. Turned away by Vowles. Then Johnson mishandled it. Puck ends up back in the corner. Bluebirds continue to hum around the puck. Loose puck fired hard and wide by Delaney Johnson. Scott pinching from the blue line, able to maintain the zone momentarily. Gets backup help from Abby Ness. And now Bezcalo who keeps it in. Delaney Johnson just out of her reach behind the net. She'll catch up. Zastapol had to bounce away from her. Bolander had a piece of it momentarily. Played across for Hannah Gray. Hannah Gray trying to get away from the pressure of Molly Terabeza. More pressure from Delaney Johnson. Played to center, but stopped up by Kylie Scott right to Terabeza. And Terabeza sends it in deep. She goes in to chase. And now played all the way down. The Eagles just want some fresh legs on the ice.
Yeah, and they need some fresh legs on the ice. We talked about the fact that really they skate two lines for the most part. Their third line will probably take a shift each period, but the first couple of lines getting a lot of work. So again, some really nice chances for the Bluebirds here. Vowles coming over, getting a piece of it. That's the one right there that empty. Plenty of room at the net. Just couldn't get it to convert to get the goal.
Terabeza centering, tipped wide by her. Played out to the point. Peterson's shot is blocked. McClellan recovers for the Bluebirds, plays it to the near boards, back into the zone. Comes Brooke Del Castillo. Leaves it off the pass out front, but tied up was Terabeza, and diving to cover his Vowles.
Yeah, smart play by Vowles, and she's able to reach out and bring that puck back, because certainly the Bluebirds are peppering the net here, and she's been staying strong in terms of keeping it out. That was a good opportunity there, but then she's going to reach out, pull that puck in, just get it in her glove.
Back to the point, Abby Peterson's shot didn't get through. Grace Sticka able to skate it out for Totino-Grace. She'll play it in and then give chase, but got tripped up. And Peterson recovers for the Bluebirds. Peterson lost the handle. Sticka able to keep it away from her. Kept in there by Bonfie. Stick battle in the corner, comes loose. Bonfie is shot. Puck bouncing around just in front of Johnson. And eventually into the corner. Pass out to the point. Tipped away by Tyson. It'll go all the way down, and Tyson. I thought that was Totino-Grace trying to pass it, and it was broken up by Tyson. That shouldn't be icing.
We'll see. Oh, that's the chance. As you see that puck hit the pipe.
That's going to get you a penalty every single time in girls hockey. And guys hockey, great play by Hannah Gray, but she clearly stepped up.
She did.
They'll call it an elbow, but it was just a solid body check.
For the Bluebirds, an opportunity again on the power play. You'll see it here as, she's just going to use her weight to step into that hit.
Johnson able to win the draw to Delaney Johnson. Back to Peterson at the point. That shot tipped out front, didn't make it through. Recovered and played around by Laney. Zastapol can't get it out of the zone. Peterson will play it to Scott along the midboard. Down to the corner for Bezcalo. Backdoor goal, Delaney Johnson. That was a pretty play.
Yeah, and they made that one look easy as she fed that puck. Not much Vowles could do about that, and Delaney Johnson was right there to put it home.
Took just 18 seconds on the power play.
Yep.
Delaney Johnson nets her first.
See it here, just a beautiful pass. right to Johnson. Nothing that Vowles could do about that one. And she's playing the puck on that far corner and pass, or the near corner and pass going to the far side, and Delaney Johnson putting it home.
Baldwin pass back was out of the reach of Shuey, and back to the Eagles end. Terabeza gives chase, wins the stick battle, plays it across to her, and now gets it back behind the net. Wraparound attempt turned away by Vowles. Terabeza tied up. Baldwin gets the puck for the Eagles, kept in by Bezcalo, and now played back into the corner by Elsie. Recovering is Shuey. Her pass stopped by Molly Terabeza. Terabeza back on it, tried to center, that was broken up. Del Castillo had a stick on it momentarily, now scooped up by McDonald. McDonald with speed through center, gets around Hedlund. Down low, lost the handle, and it'll just kind of trickle in on Elia Johnson. She'll cover up and take a face-off in her end.
Yeah, just a slow little trickle in. Elia just making sure that she covered up on that puck, and they'll be fine. They'll settle for that face-off to her left.
Played out to center by Abby Swanstrom. And gives chase. It ends up bouncing into the Bluebirds bench. Stopping play.
Bluebirds so far 21 shots on goal in this contest with 7:10 remaining in the second period. 6 for the Eagles.
Coon Rapids' fourth line out there on the forecheck. Eagles get it to Zastable, who gets it to center, slowed up by Bolander. Cross-ice pass was out of the reach of Peterson, and now Peterson ties up Gray and ends up on the ice. Hanula ends up with the puck. Her pass didn't click with Swanstrom, played back into the near corner. Gray tips it ahead for Smuck. Smuck centering pass, taken away by Bolander. Carlson off the boards just in front of Swanstrom, right in on goal, and covered up by Vowles, and then Swanstrom dumped as she collided with the goaltender. No calls on that one.
See it again, almost a good opportunity for the Bluebirds here. Puck just a little bit too far in front, and then she's going to take a hit at the end.
It's a good no call.
Yep.
It's good play all the way around.
It's
It's the play I want my forward to make.
Yep.
It's the play I want my defender to make, and it's the play I want my official to make.
Correct.
Coon Rapids another face-off win. Get it back to the point. Hedlund, a wrist shot through traffic, missed wide. Off the far board, it's Blaska. She's tied up there. But the Eagles able to get it to center, and at least momentarily before McClellan sends it back in deep. Shuey up the boards, turned around by Tyson. Shuey has it back. Her pass tipped off a stick out to center. Tyson recovers for the Bluebirds, now lost the handle. McClellan trying to get it into the zone. Cross-ice pass for Stika. She's going to sweep it along for Totino-Grace. McClellan back behind, and there is Elena Hedlund. Long pass to Bezcalo, skipped off her stick and turned around by Kylie Wallen. Hedlund plays it back to Bezcalo, tied up by Wallen, had it poked free. Those still locked up. Ness comes away with the puck, sidesteps pressure in the zone. And her stick taken away by Baldwin. Played toward the front of the net, covered up by Vowles.
Yeah, Vowles is, I mean, again, that puck just came right into her. She's got to make sure she doesn't give up the rebound and, again, settle for that face-off.
Shot from the point by Bolander misses wide. Scott recovers on the near board. Plays it in behind. Bezcalo is there. Out to the point, Bolander. Her shot out front is Kylie Scott looking for the rebound, and She wanted the deflection, but there for the rebound as well.
And just continued pressure by CPCR in on the Eagle net, making it very difficult for Totino-Grace to get anything done, set anything up, certainly offensively.
Puck free in the corner. Piscalo tied up by Wallen along the end boards. Coming away with it is Smuck. Her pass didn't click with Zastapol. Played back in behind. Piscalo continues to pressure. Ness comes to support, gets the puck, plays it out front, bouncing around. Scott is shot through traffic, save made by Vowles. I don't know that she ever saw it, but it definitely went off her pad. This one played all the way down. That'll be icing. 4:11 left in the second period.
Yeah, again, the Eagles just trying to clear. Get a little bit of a rest, get some fresh skaters on the ice. The only way they can do that is to clear it down the length. Again, good pressure up. Vowles certainly is busy so far here this evening.
Shot by Tara Baser and misses wide. Back into the corner. Her double team sweeps it in behind. Poked right back to her, and then she tries to center, and it's covered up by Vowles again.
Under 4 minutes remaining in period number 2. Bluebirds with that 4-0 lead.
This one just chopped out of the zone by the Eagles. Icing waved off as it comes right in on Johnson. She'll cover up as Gabby McDonald came sliding in, taking out a defender as she tried to pressure that puck. Bluebirds play this one around. Terabeza forces it past the blue line and now gets it right back, skates it into the zone. She'll take the shot and score! Terabeza, her second goal and third point to the night.
Again, that was pretty, and again, just Vowles not, I don't know if she saw it. It just skipped past her, find the back of the net, and that puts the Bluebirds up 5-0. There you see Molly Terabeza, 2 goals and assists tonight, as you mentioned. A good start to her season.
Oh, just skipped off the top of her pad and underneath her blocker. Terabeza, a nice start to her season.
Yep.
Puck played back out to center. Swept back in by Peterson. Wallen will turn with it and play it across for Laney. Laney trying to find a path out of the zone. Lost the handle right in front. An opportunity for Carlson, but couldn't control. Play it back out and right back in by Sarah McClellan.
Well, it really, Totino-Grace hasn't had a shot on goal in quite a while.
No, they actually started this period with a little flurry.
Yeah,
They had
did.
3 shots, which is all they had in the first period. They had those in the first couple of minutes of this second, and nothing since.
Yes.
Bluebirds have equaled their period 1 total of shots on goal, out shooting the Bluebirds at this point 24-6, and keeping them bottled up in their own end. Ness gets through a hook. Piscalo circles, centers, that went right through. Peterson, a shot that got through, laying loose, rebound, and a goal for Abby Ness.
Again, you know, you get in front of the goal and good things are going to happen. You keep pushing away at it and good things happen. And that time, Vowles really just couldn't control it, and she's able to, and Abby Ness was able to put it home. That makes it 6-0 Bluebirds. And again, just a lot of pressure out in front of the net. And Ness able to find the puck and see plenty of room on that far side and put it home.
I think Peterson has assists on both of the last 2 goals. A nice night for the Bluebirds on offense. I believe last year they beat the Eagles both times last season by 3-0 scores. Yeah, Peterson and Bezcalo getting the assists. And a 6-0 lead. A little more than 90 seconds remaining in period number 2. That pass a little bit behind. Tyson able to reach back for it. Now has Holly Johnson with her on a 2-on-1. But the pass deflected off the skates of Mary Blaska, ends up in the Bluebirds bench. Face-off will be inside the Totino zone.
Yeah, again, another good opportunity. Just couldn't get that pass. She had a teammate right there. Would have gone in all alone.
Off the draw, Wallen behind for Laney. Ahead for McDonald. Her pass broken up by Carlson and tied up along the boards. Coming into control is McClellan. Then knocked off her stick. Baldwin plays it off the boards. McClellan right back in. Wallen keeps it in deep. And now tie up along the end boards. Comes free to Baldwin. Baldwin pressured by Carlson. Gets it to McDonald around Bolander. Able to control at least enough to get it in deep. Elsie is there, pressured by McClellan. Plays it back in behind. Bolander there. 45 seconds remain in the second period. Played out to center and back into the Eagles end. Poked free by Hanula momentarily. Baldwin in front of the Cardinals, or the Bluebirds rather, changing on their bench. It's only happened like a half dozen times. It's my first game of the year.
Yeah.
Chopped at by Bezcalo into the zone. Delaney Johnson around the corner, and Abby Ness has her second. And for the second time in as many periods, the Bluebirds have scored in the final seconds.
Yeah, I mean, they're having such a nice period here. I'm obviously up 3-0 after the first. Now 4 more goals here in period number 2. Abby Ness is second of the evening. And certainly Coach Coltis has to be ecstatic about the way his squad has started the season. I mean, granted, you come in playing an opponent that you should beat, and you're not struggling. You're putting goals in the net, pucks in the net.
Which is great to see. And they're rolling 4 lines here already midway through the second period. They started rolling all 4 lines. And you can see them using a couple of different strategies that aren't going to be their primary attacks to give other players a chance and see what else they can do. We're going to get a penalty on Ness. Ness just likes having her name in the score sheet. She's going to have her name in the score sheet 3 straight times, 2 for goals and 1 for a penalty. It's going to come at 17 minutes of period number 2. And the Eagles will start the third on the power play, but they trail 7-0. We'll be back and talk with head coach Scott Bond right after this.
So I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Lance throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Been lots of fun for the Champlain Park Coon Rapids team. There's been plenty of scoring to go around, and they have just dominated play. They have kept the Eagles bottled up in their own end most of that second period. I would say about the last 12 minutes, the Eagles didn't have possession of the puck across the red line for more than 45 total seconds.
Well, you talked about it too. They had 3 shots early on goal and then nothing after that, and they've limited it to just 3 shots in the first, 3 shots in the second. And you're right, though, they're having their way with them. They're being able to do pretty much whatever they want, and obviously 7 goals through 2 periods.
Well, and waves of pressure, and they've spread the scoring around. A lot of really pretty plays. That was the power play goal. Delaney Johnson on the feed from Anna Bezcalo. Molly Terabeza, a wrist shot, picks up her second of the game. She's got an assist to go along with it. Here's Bezcalo trying to play it out front and got through it to Peterson. The shot, the rebound, and Abby Ness, the goal. And then Abby Ness, just moments later, going to get another one on a gift from Delaney Johnson. Does all the work, draws the pressure, gets tackled, and just leaves the puck for her teammate. Says, here you go.
Yeah, it's easy. It's real simple.
And then Ness took a penalty right at the end of the second period. So 2 full minutes of power play for Totino to start the second. And they needed anything they can to take positive away from this game.
13 shots on goal for the Bluebirds in the first, 15 in the second, and
it was actually 12 and 16.
Was it 12 and 16? Okay, I thought they gave them a 13th. Nonetheless, pretty dominating first 2 periods for the Bluebirds here. As you see, obviously the score is 7-0. They will be shorthanded to start the third period.
And that has not been a problem. No. As I mentioned in the first period, one of the favorite things I've seen is their shorthanded pressure. There's a lot of belief you can't pressure shorthanded, but if you do it properly and keep your feet moving and rotate your pressure, they've done it very effectively here tonight. And Totino just, again, looking for anything positive they can take out of period number 3 to get something positive out of the season opener. But it's been all Champlain Park, Coon Rapids, and the third period's going to go quick, running time, up 7-0. We'll drop the puck after this on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Abby Ness got her first goal of the season with 2:15 left in the second period. She got her second goal of the season with just 13 seconds left in the period, and she got her first penalty of the season with no seconds remaining in the second period.
Big night.
That's
for
a lot of accomplishments in
Yes.
just 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Absolutely. So the Bluebirds will start off shorthanded, up 7-0. Obviously, fully in control of this hockey game. We'll see where that penalty happened too. Is for Abby Ness, as she's gonna get the push there, and
pretty easy call.
Yeah, sit in the sin bin for a couple of minutes. I just like saying sin bin.
I got that. Gray down the left wing for Totino-Grace will stop up in the corner, pressured by Abby Peterson. Back to Wallen, back to Gray. Steps to the top of the circle. That shot deflected, went wide. Zastapol down into the corner. Kylie Scott gets in, takes it away momentarily. Gray to Wallen, over to Zastapol at the hash marks. Her pass broken up by Peterson, hands it off And it's played all the way down by Kyler Shack.
Well, you mentioned it, Joe. They're just coming out here at the Eagles, just trying to get something positive to happen here on the power play.
Well, that's the best they've looked on the power play.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. But
that was close.
Yeah, it was close for offside, but
Close. But the whistle blew.
it did.
Clock continues to run. The 7-goal lead for the home team. But yeah, the opening possession on their power play was one of their best setups. Didn't lead to anything, but at least they got it in. They got it set up. They gained control. Zastapol on the far side. That one got away from her a little bit, and Kylie Scott skating back the other way. She's got Delaney Johnson with her across and just out of her reach. Johnson wanted to play that towards the net. Kylie Scott pressures Zastapol behind the net. Laney plays it behind, but that was Delaney Johnson. Wrong team. Zastapol recovers in the corner now and moves it along for Smuck. Out of her reach and played back in deep by Peterson. The penalty to Ness is over. Back to full strength are the Bluebirds. Wallen to center. Played along, stopped up by Peterson, turned around by the Bluebirds. Back into the zone comes Jaden Herr. This is Brooke Del Castillo. Del Castillo down low. Terabeza tried to center, didn't get the angle she wanted. Covered up by Vowles.
Yeah, Vowles
will have another face-off.
Yeah, at this point, Vowles needs to cover that up. There's so much pressure in front of the net. We saw that in that second period by the Bluebirds, obviously trying to eliminate some of that by freezing the puck.
Shot had nothing on it. Deflected into the corner by Elsie. Played back behind. Out to the point for McClellan. Up the boards, Del Castillo down low to her. Her looks back to Del Castillo. Del Castillo pressured by McDonald. McDonald can't clear. McClellan keeps it in. Stops up by Shuey and taken away by her. Played off the stick of the netminder Vowles, and Totino able to break it out to center. McClellan will skate it into the zone, get around the poke check, centering attempt. And that one frozen by Vowles as well.
Yeah, she was pretty much there by herself. The Bluebirds getting a line change.
Off the faceoff, Grace Anula behind her own net. Tried to leave it, got into the skates of the official. Picked up there by Shack, poked at and tied up in the corner. Comes free, Shack gains control, had it taken right back off of her stick by Bonfie. Kept in at the line by Bolander. Fanned on by Laney, but they do get it out to center. This is Grace Stika dumping it in deep. Bolander behind her own net. That pass well out of reach of Fanula, but close enough for Abby Swanstrom, or I'm sorry, for Amaya Davis, and that's why icing was waved off. But then we have it offside. Tripped up on the play was Shuey, and right back to the box goes Abby Ness.
Yeah. Again, she's getting her name in the scorecard. We're going to see it here again. Watch number 9 as she's going to get the hook.
Zastapol off the border pass deflected. That shot in close. Ramped up over the net by Elia Johnson from the point. Kick to the corner. Don't know if that made it through or if that hit a skate out front. Pass attempt broken up by Hedlund. Scott digs the puck free, finds space and plays it all the way down.
Yeah, nice job by just being able to clear it. Obviously the clock will continue to run here with running time here in period number 3.
Gray skates it into the zone for Totino-Grace. Avoids the stick check of Scott. Plays it back out to the point. Shot through traffic, glove save for Elia Johnson.
Yeah, pretty easy for Elia there. Is it not a lot on that shot. Easy opportunity to glove. Face off to her left.
Peterson plays it around far side. A little less than 30 seconds remain in the Totino-Grace power play. Laney plays it across. Gray will take it off the boards. Back out to Elsie at the point. Pass across. Didn't quite click. And trying to spring was through the middle as Kyler Shack. She was tripped up. And Totino controls in their own end. Pass didn't click. Peterson plays it back in deep. Laney behind her own net. Tied up there by Holly Johnson. In to help out is Carlson. Plays it out. Bolander will take the shot. That didn't get through. Played out to the line, but stepping up is Peterson. Peterson's shot was blocked. And now the Eagles will just play it the length of the ice right at Johnson, so no icing. She leaves it there for Kennedy Bolander. Bolander plays it up the boards and out. Turned around by Davis and back out of the zone for Totino-Grace. Maya Davis dumps it in. Del Castillo ahead for Carlson. Tried the bank pass. Picked up now by Del Castillo. From a short angle, that one's tipped away by Shuey, who then rides her to the boards. Terabeza gets control. Out to the point, Peterson through traffic, glove save into the corner. Recovered by Kerr, down low. Terabeza had to bounce off her stick and then played right back to her. Terabeza trying to center. Kerr poked at it. Settled by Gray, and she'll skate through center ice. Anna Gray trying to get around the corner, and it poked away by Abby Peterson. Centering pass, nothing on that shot. Stopped up by McClellan. And the Bluebirds back the other way. Terabeza will dump it in and get a line change.
Yeah, again, just doing a nice job of controlling the puck and just keeping it away from the Eagle players.
Olivia Baldwin tried to get it ahead to McDonald. That was broken up. Puck played out to center. Now played across by Hedlund. Covered by Wallen and played across. Back out to center come the Eagles. McDonald able to get past Hedlund and keep pushing behind the net. McDonald through traffic, kicked away by Elia Johnson. Tyson cross ice. Hanula cuts to the middle. Her shot broken up. Then she tanks it off the post. Got a second chance. She found the crossbar. And a good back check by Hanula. She stops up Baldwin. Baldwin plays it in. Held up by Hedlund. Across for Scott. Her pass deflected. And turned back around by the Eagles. Hedlund's pass. Hanula flips it into the zone. Davis across and back out to center is Sika. Her pass broken up. Blocker save by Elia Johnson on the shot by Blaska. Scott steps up, trying to move it ahead, and that was broken up. Blaska trying to make something happen. Abby Ness trying to come out of the corner. A dangerous pass broken up, and Johnson never saw that one as it hit her in the pad.
Yeah, she was fortunate to get a piece of that with her pad, even though she didn't see it.
Well, that's a turnover you just can't make.
Nope.
Hey, you know, it's one thing when you're up 7-0, you're playing a team that you've been dominating all night long, but if you can't make that pass and make that turnover, good teams, that will come back and end up in the back of your net.
Yes, it will.
Kylie Scott trying to hold the blue line, had it tipped away by Gray. Bolander will send it back out to center. Piscalo to Delaney Johnson, winds, fires, misses high. Off the glass and onto the stick of Wallen. Ahead for Gray. Gray near side for Zastapol. She's bumped off it by Delaney Johnson. Johnson behind her own net, pressured there by Gray, leaves it behind for Emily Peterson. Peterson's pass will get out of the zone as it was just off of the stick of Shuey. Peterson had it tipped off her stick as she entered the zone, poked in deep by the Bluebirds. And now around far side, Grace Hanula stopping things up. Great stop at the line by McClellan that time. Knocked down along the boards by Elsie and then played it on goal where Vowels will cover it up.
Yeah, that puck just came into Vowels, and again, just making sure she covered up, brought it into her glove.
Under 4.5 to play. Peterson from the point, that deflected and went wide. McClellan keeps it in on the near board. Battle in the corner. Puck picked up by Elsie. Can't get it past Sanula. And we're going to get a penalty against Totino-Grace.
Yeah, and the time will
Swanstrom was taken into the boards from behind.
Time will continue to tick down.
So CPCR on the power play is shot in close and Ness denied. There's another one and a goal. Tara Beza has the hat trick.
Yeah, again, I mean, there's so much pressure around the Eagle net. It's really making it difficult. And on that power play with that extra skater, when you know you've got that strength that the Bluebirds have, they made that one look easy. And Tara Beza able to poke it home in the empty net. See it again. I mean, there's a lot of white jerseys around there, and look at that whole side of that net totally empty. And Vowels trying to get up a nice job to poke it through.
Del Castillo playing it to the back door. Tara Beza burying it into the empty net, and she has a hat trick. That's going to be offside.
You see the tough way to start the season for the Totino-Grace Eagles. They were never in this game.
Del Castillo and Bolander getting the assist. I thought it was actually Abby Ness, 9, not 19, but that's the way it was announced. And for Tara Beza, what a start to her sophomore season. A hat trick and an assist in game number 1. Shot blockered away by Vowels. Opportunity for Carlson turned away by Vowels. Tyson centering. The shot by Shaq is attacked by Vowles and swallowed up. Under a minute remaining.
And the Bluebirds obviously will get their first win of the season, start the season off 1-0. They have a tough game Thursday against Burnsville. In Burnsville.
Shot didn't make it through traffic. Totino, chance on the rush, and it goes awry at the blue line as they're whistled for offsides.
There you see the final 15 seconds.
The buzzer will sound, and the Bluebirds victorious 8-0.
Yeah, and a convincing win, quite obviously. 35 shots on goal. And really, you didn't see a lot of action in that third period. You know, you come in with a 7-0 lead to go in to start the third and running time. And just, I believe, just trying to think of 7 shots on goal in this period for the Bluebirds.
Yeah, 7 shots.
Yep.
They didn't need to do much.
They did not. Did not.
And 2 for 4 on their power play has to feel good. Obviously, an overmatched opponent on the other bench, but still, to get a couple of power play goals, everything working really well. You get a shutout. You get your defense, and your shorthanded playing well. Took a few too many penalties. I think about the only negative that Coach Coltis can take away from tonight.
And, you know, when you have expectations coming into the season and you play a team like the Eagles, who were, you know, overmatched against the Bluebirds, you hope to come away with a result like this, and they certainly did, scoring 8 goals on the night. And really just a great way to start your season.
Absolutely, and a good way to start our winter broadcast schedule. We're not done with the fall, though. Nope. Football state semifinals coming up on Friday. We're going to premiere that for you at 8 o'clock. We're hoping maybe even earlier. Stay tuned. Girls hockey, we're actually going to have a feed possibly of the Burnsville game on Thursday.
Yep.
Also from the group down south that's doing the game, where we may be able to get a feed, have that running for you here on CTN this week as well. Girls hockey on Saturday the 23rd, and then girls basketball against Cambridge Isani on the 26th. But that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Night. Again, the final score, it's Coon Rapids 8 and Totino-Grace 0. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.